Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Lynette. Today we're going to talk about what goes around comes around, but is that necessarily the best attitude to have? What I'm getting at is when somebody does you wrong and you're just waiting to see them get their just dues. You have to step back and realize it's their journey in life. You get repaid for what you do. And the person that you do it to, they won't necessarily see it. But what it's done is set them on their journey. You treating them that way was part of their life lesson in terms of experiences and how they handle it. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it's their story, not yours. So when somebody does something to you, rather than seek revenge or want to see them getting their just dues, you need to take a step back and just know that their journey is their journey and they will be responsible for what happens to them as a result as to how they've treated others. I know in my lifetime I've had things done to me, and trust me, it feels so good to see somebody get their just dues. It really does. I hate to sound so petty, but I am a human being and I know how it feels. But I'm also a human being that's learned enough to realize that at this point, we are not to sit back and watch people get paid back for what they've done to others. But when somebody does something to you, you just wipe that dust off your feet and move forward. Take the lesson you've learned, no matter what type of lesson they've sent to you. In fact, I'm going to shift gears a little bit and talk about bullying. You know, at any age, there are bullies, whether we're in grammar school or as an adult. Sadly, there still are. But what I've been hearing more and more is that the people who have one or more really good friends in their life are the lucky ones. So these people, they may have a big group of people around them, and they find some sort of satisfaction in bullying others. And it does hurt. I realize that if you're the recipient of it. But you almost have to feel sorry for them because they're lacking or they have a certain need that needs to be fulfilled. And no matter how many people are around them, they still are not getting the satisfaction, particularly if the people are like and kind. If you're going to be a bully, you're probably hanging out with bullies, which are not really friends that you can count on, that you can form a strong bonding relationship with. But if you're an individual who has one good friend or maybe a handful of good friends, you are blessed and you are lucky. I know the social media has kind of taught us that we need to have 5,000 friends, 5,000 followers. Well, these people are not our friends. They are just simply followers, people looking to fill a certain void in their life or fill some time in their life that they have free. But in reality, when you're living, when you're in the present moment, to spend time with someone that you recognize as a true friend, a true confidant, then, my friend, you are blessed. And to have even 5 of those type of people in your life, you are blessed. So no matter what anybody else says or does to you, you are the one that has the blessing. And like I said, no matter what anyone says or does to you, if you shake the dust off your feet and walk away from them, or learn what you need to learn from them and move on. I know in certain situations that's a little more difficult to do, especially when you're surrounded by those people. But you've got to understand that there is clearly and truly and honestly something going on with people who lash out or who find pleasure in making someone else feel bad. So don't waste your time waiting to see the just do's. Rather, just know that you have more important things to do and take the lessons that you have learned. Because dealing with it, no matter what they've said, no matter if it's not true, there's a certain amount of pain that comes with being the recipient of gossip. And when people do that, it takes a lot of self-talk and recovery to try to tell ourselves that it's okay. But the truth is, it is okay, and it's really other people's journey. And if you don't find pleasure in hurting other people, God bless you, because we should not. There is clearly something lacking in someone who does. And the truth is, kudos for those who would never find it themselves to deliberately hurt someone else. That means you are further as a human being, more evolved than someone else who would do that. So you almost have to feel sorry for them. What would make somebody lack so much? In other words, the tables are completely flipped. Because if you're the recipient of bullying or gossip or just bad treatment, it's not you, it's the person doing it that has the problem. They're going to try to make you feel like you have the problem. But obviously, something in their life is really lacking. It's really sad that that some people find pleasure in hurting other people. And probably because they're hurting, so they want to bring others down to their level. And again, their group of friends, usually, and I talked about this in a couple episodes ago, usually the friends that you surround yourself with are like and kind. Unfortunately, it does affect other kind, generous, more evolved people, but you have to look at it as almost a compliment. Because why would they zero you out if they didn't see something in you that they're lacking? I know in my own life, I have had somebody do something to me for a long time, just out of their own greedy nature. And I won't even get into what it is. However, it took a toll on me. But if you think for a minute that what goes around does not come around, you are mistaken. You may not see it. It may be 10 years from now, but it will happen. But again, it's their journey. It's not yours. Your journey is what they put you through and how you recover from that and how you develop to eventually things that people do or try to do to you, you'll recover quicker and quicker. Just give yourself a chance. I know in an earlier episode, I mentioned that I get a lot of my epiphanies from TV shows or wherever I hear something. When I hear something that really resonates with my spirit and makes a lot of sense, I take it at face value. And it was these women, happened to be at an AA meeting, and they said they're glad they hung in there long enough to see the miracle. In other words, no matter how bad things look, no matter what you're going through, hang in there, stay in there for the blessing. One day you'll look back and you'll realize that you're in the midst of the miracle and you're looking at that old situation as it diminishes. But don't leave before you get the miracle. In other words, just hang in there the best you can and know that it's going to get better. And know that you're going to learn from it and that you're going to get stronger. And when these situations occur, which life has so many wonderful things, but it also has a little bag of bad mixed in now and then, a seedling dropped here and there of something bad. So if you can learn to recover quickly, then the things that happen to you will not be as painful. I think the first time something happens to you is the worst, but when you look back and say, I made it, I hung in there for the miracle, then you will see that you can do it. And each time and each step, it will get easier and easier. Remember, our only responsibility is to learn from our experiences. and recover from those experiences. And hopefully it'll be more and more quickly. That is our journey and only our journey. It's not the journey of the people that have put us through the journey. They have their own experiences. As a matter of fact, they're probably not even thinking about you, or they've completely forgotten about it, because the truth is, people are more wrapped up in themselves. It is two completely separate journeys. It's your journey and their journey. Because the truth is, we're learning our lessons completely separate from the lessons that they're learning. In life, I think we all have our own set of lessons that we need to learn. And if you're the recipient of bad treatment, you're learning what that's like. You're learning how to resolve that situation. If you're a person that gives the bad treatment, I believe they have a lot more to learn, a bigger journey to resolve, and a further way to go. But regardless, that's not our concern. Our concern is our journey and our journey alone. And they're going to have to deal with any pain they've caused others, or any unfavorable situations that they've created for others. But like I said earlier, just don't give up before you see your miracle, because your miracle is waiting. It's waiting at the end of this journey. So keep putting one foot in front of the other regardless of what's going on. And if you have just one friend that you can confide in, one friend that's there for you, then you are so fortunate. Enjoy life. Forget about this 5,000 followers or whatever. It doesn't matter. I mean, that's part of the era we live in. I get that. But in life, when you're living in the present moment, none of that matters. And to tell you the truth, in the future, I don't think it's going to matter either. So in closing, I'm going to kind of sum up and repeat what I've talked about, is that when you're going through something, especially when it's created by another person, our first instinct is to want to see the payback, to want to see that what goes around comes around. I get that. I do get it. But get that out of your head. Forget about it. The big picture is, it's their journey. They have to learn how to treat people. They have to learn that what they did is not appropriate. It's not beneficial. They won't get rewards from it. And as a recipient of the bad treatment, you may or may not see it, but it doesn't matter. All that matters is what they put you through is part of your journey. And part of your journey is to learn. And part of that learning is to learn how to cope with this stuff and get through it faster. And then at the end of this all, on this particular journey, you get your miracle. And don't bow out or give up before you see your miracle. And then when something similar comes along, you'll be able to recover from it faster. And in life, it could repeat. But when you learn how to handle things in a quicker response, when you learn how to take what other people have done and recognize that what they do to you is their lack, it's not yours, then you can move on so much faster, and these things are less effective to you. With that being said, God bless you. I hope you have a peaceful journey, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.